Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Alpha Omega Occasionally, and on this occasion we're talking about some of the most ridiculous aspects of life in Thailand, and I love it here. It's a wonderful country with wonderful people, but this is a real account of things that really don't make sense. And you wonder, what am I talking about here? Well, I'll tell you. The boot of the car is open, or the trunk if you're from the States or Canada. I am loading the washing. I don't know if you can see it there. I'll just pan around here a bit. So I'm loading the washing. That's some of it there. The rest of it is just there, hanging on the rack or whatever you want to call it. And what's so ridiculous about loading the washing into the trunk or the boot of your car, I hear you ask? Well, I'll tell you what's so ridiculous. We're up in Klong Lawang, Pontutini, as most regular viewers to the channel will be familiar with this place. We come up here most weekends, and one of the main reasons for coming here, not the main reason, but one of the main reasons is to do the washing. Now, we have a washing machine in our apartment stroke, as the Thais call them, Condo. We have, actually I don't know the difference between an apartment and a condo. A condo is Latin condominium, but I don't know what the difference is. But let's call it an apartment, let's call it a Thai, let's call it a condo, because the Thais do. So, we have a washing machine in the condo. But here's the thing. We live in a two-room condo, about 32 square meters maximum, if that. And we have a little veranda thing, like a patio area, let's say, for the want of a better word, that stretches from the French door to the actual gate to get to the main walkway, about 1.5 meters, maybe 2 meters. And then it goes, the length of it is probably about 4 or 5 meters. Now, we are not, because we're on the ground floor, or as you say in the States, or as they say in Thailand, the first floor, but I'll call it the ground floor. We are on the ground floor. We're not allowed hang our washing in public view. Because we're on the ground floor, people will see it and the place will get a bad name. If you're on, we call it the first floor, in the States you call it the second floor, in Thai they call it the second floor, but I call it the first floor. If you're on the first floor, you can do what you shaggin' well like. And any floor beyond. Because people won't necessarily see it as they're walking by. Potential customers of the condominium complex. There was a show apartment just next to ours as you walk up, and people will come to see that, obviously the show apartment, and the management didn't want or don't want potential customers or buyers being greeted by washing hanging over the rail or in public view. And you see, we paid the same for our condo stroke apartment as the people on the first, second, third floor, blah, 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 blah. But there is a different set of rules that apply to people on the first floor. Now, is that not ridiculous? And the reason we come up here is because she's washing the duvets and everything else. There is no way, oh, by the way, it's all completely shaded. I know Thailand's a hot country, but the area, the apartment area is all completely shaded. So there's, because there's a lot of humidity here, it takes a long time to dry if you're not in direct sunlight. So that's the other reason. So she comes up here to wash it and dry it, and it's not in public view. I mean, come on. See, the thing about it is, if the rule was uniformed, if it was one rule for all and sundry, it wouldn't really bother me. But it's not one rule for all. Some people who live in the condo, or depending on what floor they're on, are more equal than the others who live on the ground floor. We're not allowed present our washing to the public. How about that? Is that not absolutely bloody ridiculous? And that's what I'm doing now. I'm loading the boot, stroke the trunk with the washing, bring it down to Bangkok, blah, 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 job done. Anyway, that's my gripe. And it really pisses me off that when another thing. There are no gutters. I repeat that again. There are no gutters in our condo building. And we're on the ground floor again, you see. And when it rains, the water comes straight down like Niagara Falls. And we have to put umbrellas up over the rail to prevent, to restrict the deluge. And not only that, but when you put the umbrellas up, you can't put them over the rail because people will see. You have to put them inside the rail. So when the water falls down or trickles down, it defeats the purpose. It trickles down onto the artificial grass, by the way, which soaks up the water like a sponge. How about that? There are no gutters. And when you make an effort to manage the situation by way of putting umbrellas up, a whole battery of umbrellas up to prevent the deluge, they tell you can't put it over the rail because it looks bad. And another point, there's inadequate parking. And it's, when I say this, it really is. I've spoken to friends of mine who live in the same condominium, and one of them happens to be on the residence committee, blah, blah, blah. They're well aware of it. But you see, they built 500 apartments in 4 blocks. But there's about enough car parking for 300 vehicles. And what happens? Everyone's double parked. And when you're trying to get out in the morning, they move in cars. It's like a symphony of, or a ballet of cars moving this way and that way, so gracefully pushed by security to enable you to alight the car park, if you will. So there you go. That really pisses me off. The ridiculous aspects of living here. But you see, again, this is not a negative video. This is a factual video. And you're getting the facts as usual. I'm going to put the washing in the boot as I'm supposed to do. And you know what? You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to, and you don't have to click that like button, click the share button, subscribe button, and do all those wonderful things. But you can if you want to. And I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon, because I want to. Thanks for joining me.